Okay. What's going on? I don't know if Instagram is working. I don't want to fiddle around with it anymore. So I'm just going to end the live. I'm sorry if you can hear me now, but I think I might just end it. Oh no. Let me see. Okay, now that's working. Is it? Come on. Okay, I don't know if Instagram's working. I can't tell. It looks like it's still frozen, so I apologize if I end. Okay, discard. So now we're just on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. What was I talking about? Should I continue on with my story about the deer? Oh dear. I think most of you are either new or just, yeah. So I'll go on with my story. I will start afresh. So I wrestled a deer. I wrestled a live deer. So the scene is I just finished doing a commission. I am enjoying my supper. I'm watching the time-lapse video that I didn't do a commission. I did a portrait of Katniss Everdeen. Anyways, and I did a time-lapse video, just posted it on YouTube. It got views like every 100 new views every 5 minutes. It was one of my most popular videos and still is my popular video on my personal YouTube channel, Cherry Lowe's Art. And we have 2 windows that are really close to a corner of the house. My art desk is right in between at an angle in that corner. One window has a giant shed. One of the windows was right next to a giant shed. There is a gap between my shed and the window, and it was during springtime, and there was a deer that was eating grass right behind the shed. And I was like, oh, cool, look we could see the deer real close up. My son was there with me, and I was like, hey, come look at this. He thought it was super cool too. And then we're like, okay, we'll go on with our life. I'm still eating supper and just watching those views just go crazy. And after a while, I saw the deer get startled by something. I'm guessing it was somebody's dog off of a leash, but I could be wrong. It could have been something else. Deer are just super nervous creatures. And it felt cornered. So it jumped through my living room window into my living room. It was in the house. Lots of people are like, did it get in the house? Yeah, it got in the house. I was right next to the window when it happened. Glass everywhere. And I was barefoot. So first, I freaked out like any normal person would. Then I had to go then I went I have to get this deer out. It was a doe, no antlers. I don't know how I would react if it had antlers or not. Maybe I would have still grabbed him by the antlers and dragged him that way. I don't know. But it was a doe, so I wasn't afraid. So first thing I did, I walked across the glass opened up my back door window, cleared all the boxes out of the way because we don't ever use that door, or not sliding glass window, it's a sliding glass door, and moved all the boxes out of the way. And this deer is going everywhere in the house. As long as the door was open, it went in there trying to find its way out. It went into the other room trying to get its way out. And I'm trying to grab it. Fur's going everywhere because it's spring. They were losing their winter coat. And eventually it got so scared of me that it played dead. Like it just laid there. And I was able to get my arm wrapped around its neck and started dragging it towards the door. As soon as it realized there was an opening there, it just bolted. And at that point, I went and got my son, got him to put on his boots, went into his bedroom because that was the only room that, I just felt like that was a safe place to be and to keep him away from the glass, make sure he's not playing with it or getting cut by it or anything like that. So I got into his room. I called my husband. It's like 10 minutes till he gets off work. And I says, you need to come home now. And he's like, why? What happened? And I said, a deer jumped through our living room window. And he's like, oh my goodness, why did it happen? How come all the crazy things happen when I'm not at home? And I was like, you call my sister and my brother-in-law because they were my landlord. And I'll call 911 because I don't know if the adrenaline in my system is preventing me from feeling any major injuries or anything like that. And then also to put on top of that, I was 27 weeks pregnant at that time. And so the ambulance, the police, they all came. The police took pictures in case there was some kind of insurance thing that I needed to do to help recover anything, get paid out for damages to property or whatever, or even for my sister too, if she had house insurance, that she'd be able to fix things without having to deal with, paying out of pocket. But anyways, they checked me, made sure that I was fine. They checked my son to make sure I was fine. I had a tiny piece of glass stuck in my foot. I had a scratch on my face, a scratch on my arm, bruises all over my feet. But my son was fine. So that was good. We were all fine. We were fine. We were really startled and, yeah. So after they left, my sister and my brother-in-law came to help clean up the mess, and my husband cleaned up the mess too, but we went to my mom's house, me and my son, to kind of process what just happened and also to keep him away from the glass because he was still quite young. I didn't want him to run into it and get hurt. So yeah, it made it into the newspaper, with a picture of the broken window, and yeah, that was a pretty exciting day. And my son to this day is absolutely terrified of deer. He's afraid it's going to jump through a window or a door, which is not going to happen. And we moved into a new place. So not because of this incident, but because we needed to get our own place. So that was a really exciting thing that happened to me that is unbelievable. Yeah, my baby was fine. My unborn baby was fine. She was completely healthy and all this other stuff too. So yeah. So I have so many things that have happened to me that are unbelievable. So many things that I've done that are unbelievable, at least to the small town people here. And yeah, I'd be able to easily win a game of two truths and a lie. So I'm just looking to see what colors we need to do. We are just doing a very light layer of the background for now, and then we're just gonna build up on it. I just kind of want to get a nice foundation for all of this. And it'll also help with like a nice smooth transitions between colors and shades. And I'm trying to stick with the colors that I already have. For picking colors, the best way to do it is to get a printed copy of your reference and also make yourself a swatches of all your colors with the number and the name of your pencil. So that way you can take a look at your drawing, like compare the shirt to see what color or colors best match the section that you're drawing. But I am just using this. There might be a few that I might add later on, but I'm going to stick with these colors for the most part. So I just keep them all onto the side so that it all kind of, you know, matches throughout the drawing. I want to try to keep to the same color scheme throughout. So. Blurred effect is actually a little bit challenging to do. But if you understand like how they kind of combined, how to, you know, blend things in together and also kind of make the lights, like the light spots look like they're actually lights in the background. I need to go to bed again. I haven't been having a hard time this month for some reason. I just want to look up something. Do you know what I need to do? Luckily I remember to do this. I need to film a little bit, but I don't know. Okay. Oh. I need to film. I need to make a video. I need to stretch too. My handy dandy phone stand, because my camera is my phone. My phone has the best camera out of all my cameras. That is kind of sad. Okay, so every so often I need to stop and film my process for the sake of my job. More pro video. Go ultra wide so I can get a nice clean and clear view of both the phone and my drawing. I'm going to take the cord out because it needs to be a nice clean looking video. Let's move this out of the way. Come on. Everything's in my way. I'm trying to get this at the right angle for this. Okay, so I just got to spend about 5 minutes filming my process. So my job that I get paid for is making advertisements and tutorials for the app that I'm using. And that's what I'm doing today. I'm not getting paid for this piece in particularly for just sending the piece to somebody. I am honestly just getting paid to create and make content for the app that I use. And it's a super cool job. They've been super nice. I am so blessed to have this job. Yeah. And then if you ever, like for artists, I highly recommend asking. Just like any other job, you don't have to worry about having like these crazy credentials for art, because art's so different. But if there is something that you're interested in doing, like say collaborating with art companies, do it. Ask. You might not get a yes from the first person you ask, but there's possibility. The more no's you get, the closer you are to a yes, is what I was told. I asked for this job. They weren't posting for the position. I just saw that there might be an opportunity for them to focus more on the development and the tech part of the app if I took over their advertising for them. And that's what I do. I do that for them. And it's pretty cool. We're moving on to the next section. You can start seeing the background kind of coming together. I am going to do more layers after I've gotten like all of the, like all of a base down. Get it all there. I feel like I did a lot more colors, vivid colors on like the chicken and the shirt, and everything else seems kind of faded. So I might have to play around with that a little bit more. So just light pressure and circular motion so we can get like a really nice soft edge to these shapes that we see. It's one key feature, like one key technique to help create a nice blurred background. I'm planning on sending this to the Colored Pencil Society of America once this is done. I have two drawings, this one and another one that I'd really like to send to them. Okay, so pretty. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, sorry, I just kind of paused. I think I might stop posting on certain platforms. We shall see. I just looked up some things about Restream and if it's good for, like if it's bad for the algorithm. Because like before, I was getting some decent amount of people on TikTok, but then now it's just gone. Like, where did they go? Ugh. I'm tired. I wonder if YouTube will get mad at me for listening out loud to, like, having, oh gosh, I can't think of the name, audio, listening to audiobooks. I wonder if YouTube will get mad at me for doing that. I know they get mad at doing that for like music and stuff, but yeah. Should I just call it a day? Because, like, there's nobody here. Like, I think I'm ruining my algorithm for TikTok. Because, like, there's nobody here. Is it just bad timing? Is it because it's during work hours? Am I not fun enough? Because, like, I chat a lot in my first half of the videos, and then it's just, I go quiet afterwards. I want to try to get something here real quick. This one, like, I think I might get this. Because I want to try something, because I really want to figure out how to get some more people on TikTok. Because I really do think it's the streaming platform that's causing issues. Like, I think it's the streaming thing, like, I don't know, software. Because I'm using Restream and I'm streaming onto multiple devices, and there's like, I had some decent movement. What is it? I had some decent movement in video, like on TikTok, when it was just a separate thing. I thought this would be better, but it's not. I feel like my daughter stole a pencil. Oh, there it is. It's not stolen. It's just placed somewhere else. The background is really starting to look fairly decent. Sorry. Just want to look up something. I want to hop off, to be honest. I want to figure out what's going on. Maybe it's the timing of the day. Maybe it's me being boring and not talking or anything. Although I do talk a lot for the first half of my videos, and then I go completely silent for the last bit. But yeah, I think I might just hop off today. I am going to continue drawing, but I don't think you guys are enjoying anything.